Welcome. It is 5:03, May 12th, 2025, and this is the Laverne Library Board meeting. We'll call this meeting to order, and I just did that. We do have a quorum. You have the minutes from March 10th in front of you. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. We'll go on to our orders of business. The first one is something that I had planned to do when I was on the library board previously, and I didn't realize that there was term limits. So I had it all prepared, and then they're like, oh, no, you're not on it anymore. So I wanted to and kind of bring this up and talk about, too, that the library board now is part of the history committee, or the history board is kind of merged into the library board now. So if you wanted to start thinking about anything that we might can do, any ideas, it's my understanding they did not have very many meetings, so I don't know that there's any minutes that we could look back on. But, you know, just kind of start thinking about it, if there's anything y'all want to do. But what this is, if y'all remember out here, the old log cabin that's set out there, this is a painting that I'd had done by a local artist, and I'll show it to the camera up here.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'll pass it down if you want to look at it. And then I made up this little plaque about it, and I'll read it. It says, the old log cabin, discovered around the year 2000 inside a residence off Stones River Road. The 20 by 15 structure was found within the kitchen area of a larger home. Owners of the building added rooms around the cabin over the years, and many residents who visited the home were not even aware of the original cabin. I sat in the house several times and talked to them and didn't have any idea that there was a log cabin inside it, former Mayor Mike Webb said. I'd say it's from at least the 1850s. The local Civil War buff Mark Sloan said, I've seen a map of it, a map from 1867, and it was on the land at that time. This cabin was moved to Bicentennial Park at Laverne City Hall in May 2001. The cabin remained at this location until September 2021, when it was sold to a reclamation company in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and was carefully disassembled and preserved. The logs and stone are destined to live on as vintage furniture and fixtures around the region. This plaque and accompanied custom artwork by Penelope Jane, presented to the Laverne Public Library by the then Laverne Library Board, Glenn Green, Dennis Waldron, Bridget Cole, Gary Frazier, Kamisha Sadler, and Linda Steed, December 2021. So I'll let you see that. We'll pass this down here.
Nice.
So she did a really good job. I actually have she did 3 of them, and I bought all 3 because I wanted a couple in my house.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat. So that goes, you know, Donna has that great history room over there. So, you know, she can put that in there if she wants to, and just kind of wanted to use it as a little thing that I didn't get to do, and to help kind of remind us that we are part of the history committee now. So we can, if you all have any ideas, feel free to email Donna something, and you know, we can add it to the agendas and get it going. Okay.
Thank you, Glenn, and thank you for donating that to the
Sure.
History room.
Sure, absolutely. Next order of business, introduction of the historical committee under the umbrella of the library board. We just talked about that. Did you have anything to add to that?
No,
Okay.
you did great.
Next item is the library fire system replacement. Believe that's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Good. Yep, just the evacuation panel, and then everything will be brand new, so that's good. Library outdoor sign repair and software upgrade. Anything to add on that? I know it's working every time I go by and I see something new on it.
Right, the sign is up and it's working great. It's been interesting. When the sign was down, Tammy and I both would think, oh, we could put this on the sign. Oh, we could put this on the sign. And now it's been like, what are we going to put on the sign? So, but with summer reading coming up, we will have a lot of things to put up.
You can put all your
So right
programs
now,
up.
we are promoting our kickoff for summer reading.
Awesome.
But it's so nice to have it up and going again.
Yep, that is good. The curbside book return bin, I meant to mention it to you when I was over there last. I did see it. It looks great.
Thank you. It's working well. We have had many books put in. The first week that we had, I would see people pull up and they would look at it, and then they would park and bring it up to our old book drop. So one day when I was out there, I said, you can put them in here and we will take them out. We check it 3 or 4 times a day. And since then, a lot of use. And I think it's great, like at night, or if it's raining, which it's been doing a lot of. So
Good.
we are very happy to have that.
That's awesome.
Yep, that was a good buy. Next item, did anybody have any questions on anything so far? Any remarks? Next item is the 2025-2026 library budget. The first reading of ordinance 2025-14 to adopt the annual budget and tax rate for the fiscal year, July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. That was at the last Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting, and it did pass. There'll be one more reading for that at the June meeting?
Yes,
Yeah.
at the June
Yep.
meeting.
ahead.
And you will see right after your agenda, I did put the revised budget there, the one that we talked about, the biggest line item, which I'm so excited about, is the employee education and training. We went from $300
Wow.
to $1,250.
That's great.
And
That's awesome. Yep.
it's like the universe knew that we had a little bit of money, so I've been getting all of these advertisements from ALA and different e-learning saying, would your staff like to do this? This is a great training for your staff, which has been fun. It's been great to look at, so I'm looking forward to getting each and every one of our staff something to do to get a certificate. One really neat thing that came about, which I can just see 3 of mine wanting to jump on, is e-learning through ALA is offering sign language. And we have a lot of signing people who come into the library. And so I think that would be wonderful. They have 3 courses. The first one is a basic, and then it goes up a little bit higher and a little bit higher. And so I'm going to see who would be interested in that and see if we can get our education started. Any
Great.
questions on the budget? Everything else is the same that we talked about?
No questions. I'm just really excited that people are continuing their education.
Yes.
And growing. That is paramount, especially in the library with technology moving so fast.
Absolutely.
I am so happy that that's the way that is. So that is awesome.
And there's a lot of tech classes that we can take through MTAS. And I know Glenn has found some things for us to kind of help them keep up. Glenn has even offered like Excel, Access, different things for them to take. So we're excited about that. And anything free that we can do, we'll be happy to do. But we're very willing and can pay for things now.
Awesome.
Anything else on that one? We'll go to FYI and updates. We've got the library report that was presented at the Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting, and the paper dumpster issue resolved. The dumpster was removed. That would resolve it.
That'll fix it.
It just became terrible. We would clean it out, and I even tried to put paper only on there, and then the next day I would come and there were garbage bags, and there were tires, and all sorts of things, and that kept on for a couple of weeks after we had talked about it. So I talked with Felicia, and she said, let me just call them, and the dumpster people even had said they were going to reach out to us because of course, they couldn't take that. And so they removed it. In fact, I came to work one day and it was gone. So, problem solved. And it's sad because a lot of the patrons did bring a lot of their papers to dump in there, a lot of newspapers. We could take cardboard, so sadly, we're not doing that anymore, but we don't have a dump right there.
You could possibly ask Felicia if you could get like just a container, because, you know, we have the shredded company that
Right?
does the stuff that's locked in the containers, but they might take just, you know, you wouldn't have to lock it in the container. It could just be a garbage container. They might make a stop there and pick it up like they do the other ones.
That's a possibility.
At least people could bring newspapers and things like
Right.
that. They obviously, I don't know if bring cardboard, that might be too much, but, you know, it's something she could ask about.
Sure, that's a great idea.
Are you having that same trouble with the regular dumpster?
We do, but it's manageable because it's not paper that's in there and they're not dumping on top of that. But yes, we have had car parts, and like I showed you before, we've had the sofa put up on top.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes,
And,
that's why I even ask.
We've had tires, all sorts of things in there
Yeah.
that were not library trash.
Well, problem solved on that one. Did you want to go over to the library report or anything?
Sure, I'd just like to hold it up and let you all see. This is the report that I gave to BOMA. We do give our numbers each month, but I have found that the public and BOMA enjoy seeing the different things that we're doing. So I try to highlight a little something each month. Of course, the library board's up there because we do welcome public to come to the library board to listen. And then, of course, our closure on Memorial Day and the Saturday before. And then we highlighted our summer reading and our kickoff. And then I always include the month's calendar that has been shrunk a little bit. So we have May's program dates and then children's library events. Our story times, our last story time was May 8th, so that we can start preparing for summer reading. And it was a lot of fun, these last couple of story times. This last one, for their craft, they potted a plant for their mother, or their grandmother, or their daddy.
Nice.
So it was a lot of fun.
Great.
Any questions on the programs?
I'm just
Okay.
thankful for all the things that you offer. It's amazing.
Yes. All right, library closures, do you want to go over those? Do you want me to go over those?
I'll just run over them
All right.
really quick. If you see RDO, that's regular day off. Because all city offices, except of course fire and first responders, get a weekend when we have a holiday, we have chosen to take an RDO, a regular day off, so we're all off that day. So we will be off on Saturday the 24th and Monday the 26th, and that way it will give our staff a 3-day weekend, and that's for Memorial Day. Thursday, June 19th, we will be closed for Juneteenth. And please stop by the week before Juneteenth and a little bit after. We're going to have a fabulous display that a couple of our staff members are working on, and we're going to have some giveaways. We have some really nice handheld fans with Juneteenth and the meaning of Juneteenth on it. Friday, July 4th is Independence Day. That's a holiday, and we're closed, and so we are taking Saturday, July 5th as an RDO for staff.
Oh, okay, schools visit the library.
Okay, today, it was a great day. This was the second annual time that Dr. Jackson from Roy Waldron School brought her staff over to our meeting room for an away from campus in-service. They said it feels so homey and welcoming, and they feel like they get a lot accomplished because they're not in the school where they're thinking, oh, I need to run down to my room real quick, or oh, I should be doing this. This way they get to focus on whatever subject they're training on. And so, of course, this was year 2, and we were very pleased to have them, and Dr. Jackson was very happy to be there. Wednesday, May 14th, we have Laverne Lake Elementary. The ESL teachers will host a family library night. I think this is about the 3rd time that they have done this. The translators from their school will be there to be available to assist parents with applying for a library card for themselves and the children. And that's always a fun night. And staff was there to help show them around and introduce them to the story time room and to the children's room. So the whole school was a little bit jealous, so they called me, and on Wednesday, the following Wednesday, May 21st, Laverne Lake Elementary School will host a family library night for all students and their families to visit. So we are excited about those 2 Wednesdays. We'll be able to give away our summer reading schedule and talk about summer reading and talk about the importance to the family to keep those children reading throughout the summer.
That last one is fantastic. I mean, that'll get some, that may not even know about the library and get them involved in it and everything. So that's just great.
Trying to think, last year at the ESL one, we had like 80 some odd people apply for library cards, because if you get your child one, a parent needs to have one. And so we were getting parents' cards, and then we were getting children's cards. So it's a great way to get those families in there. And so many of them will say, I did not know this was a library. So it's a good way to get the word out.
Yep. All right, the next item is 2025 Summer Reading Kickoff, Color Our World.
Color Our World. We are so excited about Color Our World. The kickoff will be Saturday, May 31st from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. People will come in, sign up for a library card, sign up for summer reading. If they need to sign up for a library card, they can. They'll receive a book bag. We'll have outside activities, weather permitting. We'll be blowing bubbles, sidewalk chalk drawing, face painting. We will have our 2 beautiful mermaids there again, and much, much more. It's a really fun day. But it is not the only day. If you can't make it on Saturday, you can come in any time during our summer reading, which is May 31st through July 19th. Sign up and get your reading bag and jump on in. And do you want me to just keep going, Glenn?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to go down, then we're going to look a little bit in the schedule. So, Color Our World 2025 is, of course, May 31st through July 19th. It's for all ages, birth to 99 plus. We have had 98-year-olds who have signed up. I think that's the oldest so far. So, if you know someone 99 or 100, tell them about our program. You read or listen to books to earn prizes. You attend fabulous programs. And you reach your summer reading goal to be invited to a finale party. Usually our finale party is a skate party at Smyrna West, which is always fun, but it's always on a Friday. Not all the family gets to come. It's just the small group of family. So this time we decided to do it on a Saturday, and we decided to do something really different. And thanks to our city attorneys, who have helped make this happen, we're going to do a foam teen party. If you do not know what foam party is, Google it. Look at some of the pictures. This will be July 19th from 1:30 to 3:30. Be sure to wear play clothes or clothes you don't mind getting wet, and water shoes to come play in the foam. It's a great way to end summer reading. With the foam team party, when I was talking to Mr. Wakefield, who is the owner of this business, he said, Donna, would you like one cannon or two cannons? And I said, Mr. Wakefield, what do the cannons do? And he said, it will blast out the foam. They have a solution. He says it does not burn eyes. It's like baby shampoo. It's very sensitive. Kids with sensitive skin, they have never had a problem with it. But they'll start out by laying a layer of foam, and then the kids can get in, and then they will keep layering according to the age and size of the children. So the little bitty ones may have foam about this high, but the great big ones, if they want it, may have foam about this size. He gives them shovels, pool noodles, and buckets, and they get to have fun in this foam. It's easy to clean up, it dissipates. He said then they just spray it down and off you go. So it should be something really fun, but please do Google foam parties, or especially foam team parties, because that's the group that we're using.
Where is it gonna be?
Well, that's the question of the year.
Oh, okay.
I have these great ideas, and in my mind, I think this place would be great. And then when I walk out there, I'm thinking it's not so great. So David Wakefield is going to come over, and we're going to walk around just to see where would be a great place. He says it's better on concrete or asphalt, but grass is very doable. So I was thinking backyard, but as we were back there, it kind of slopes. And it's not very huge. He says one cannon needs 100 by 100 feet space. I'm thinking about over by the gazebo in the middle, behind SIB. But we need to have a water supply and electricity. So David assures me, no worry, that is not a foam stopper, that he will come by and we will walk around and see where we can find.
I wonder, would you want to do it on the football field or something in the park, or do you want?
Well, the park is also going to have one. I think they're going to have a
okay.
after-school event. Katie, am I correct on that?
As far
June
as I understand,
2nd?
Yeah, there will be one there will be another foam party in Laverne in short time. So you'll have
Right.
two opportunities to foam party this summer.
Gotcha.
But they were very nice to not put a foam party before ours, to let us kind of be the heroes of the first foam party. But then they're also going to have one, and the kids will know what it's all about and be excited. So we need to find someplace close to the library. So I'm going to go on a field trip
Little
around and see
walk
what I can
around.
find.
Okay.
So I would love to do the parking lot, but where will the people park?
Right, right. You'll find a place.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have all faith we will find a place.
That sounds great. I've never heard of that before, so I'm going to look that up.
And before we move on, just very quickly, you have the schedule. This is what we're going to be giving out to everyone who comes into the library. It is the schedule of events, and it is color-coded. Events that are red are for 18 and above. Events yellow are 12 to 17. Events green are for ages 8 to 12. Events on pink are for babies. And events on blue are for all ages. And if you notice, we have a lot of blue. We wanted to make sure this was a family event, a family summer reading. But we wanted the teens to also have a little bit of teen time. And then the adults, they're going to get their time in there also. And the babies is on Thursdays, and Sherry will do a books and baby story time, which is always so much fun. So we have a lot going on. We have some new people this year. On June the 9th, we have Miss Calliope, Color and Sounds, Music Abounds. She plays instruments, she sings, she gets the children involved. This is the very first time we've had her, and I look forward to that. Becky is still doing family craft night on Tuesdays, and June 10th would be Play with Newton's Colors. And they're going to make color wheels and talk about all of the different color wheels that I don't truly understand, but she was very excited about it. Becky was a teacher, so she is all into that. June the 11th is for ages 8 to 12. This is also something new and different, and this does require registration so that we'll know how many are coming. It's Who Speaks for Earth, Nature Songwriting. So they're going to come in, she's going to play a few songs that she has published, and then they get to help her write a song. And so we're really excited about that. International Folk Fest again. That's going to be on June the 12th. We need to really get this out to our senior center also because they enjoy coming. It's Puerto Rico this year, so it should be a great time. The teens are doing a Sharpie tie-dye. Kayla is doing a Just Draw class again this year. And we have a citizen and a patron from the city of Laverne. He loves to make masks. He used to do it with his young son, and it is Chuck Isbell. And Chuck has been saving up ever since Halloween all of these materials to help build masks. He had on like a Star Wars mask that he had made. I think he had made his son a Spider-Man or something. So there's a lot of fun things. And so we're going to have Chuck in there. And I'm so happy to have our patrons to volunteer and say, I'll be happy to do this.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful thing. And it's imagination masking making. So just a couple more and then I will be quiet. Let's see, Creekside Saturday. That is sponsored by our Stormwater. And Alex is wonderful with the children. What we do is we all gather in the storytime room. I'll read a book that we have on rain and what rain does. And then we all go outside and sit on quilts. And Alex gets down in our creek. And she finds all sorts of little critters. So it's always a fun time. And then after that, we have water play. We get out the human car wash, and they get to go through the car wash and play with the sprinklers. And so it's a fun day, and we always hit it on a good hot day. We have some of our old-time favorites, Bruce Amato, the magician, Jason McMurrian, he was a patron and has become a magician. Dungeons and Dragons are still going on. Didgeridoo Down Under. Does anyone know what a didgeridoo is?
I do.
And I cannot ever say it correctly 2 times in a row. He is going to come and play a very authentic didgeridoo for us and also have some percussion instruments, and he gets the whole room involved.
Oh, wow.
So that should be a very nice, quiet library event. Right? No, it's going to be fun, a lot of fun. Oh, just all sorts of things going on. And our duck race, we partner with Parks and Rec, and the guys will not let me not have a duck race because they enjoy it as much as the children do. And it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, do you have any questions over any of it?
Does that say teen bad art?
Yes.
What is that?
I'm not real sure. I did not come up with that one. Marta and Danny did.
Oh.
I am assuming that it's something like what we used to do long ago, where you would take Barbies or different dolls and you would take their head off and then you would put Legos on, or the, kind of like Toy Story, have the
Okay.
fishing rod on it or something. I'm not real sure what they're doing, but I may stay in my office on that day.
That's a lot of stuff.
Anything else?
I don't think you've ever have you ever had this many?
We have had this many, but it's been a lot of repeats of the same program. Last year was the most we ever had, but it was like 2 or 3 different Dungeons and Dragons, 2 or 3 different other things. This is the first time we've had them spread out really nice. And if we do have 2 things on one day, one's in the morning, one's in the afternoon. We're not overlapping. So I think this year is going to be great as far as logistics.
Yep, that's good stuff.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything on that? All right, we will move to the 2025 Library Board schedule. Next meeting is going to be on July 14th. Then after that, it'll be September 8th, and then November 10th. And then we're up to Library Board comments. Just open it up, and do you have anything you'd like to say to Miss Donna, or? Sure, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, I've kind of noticed a little theme here tonight of accessibility. You talked about some of your staff members potentially wanting to learn American Sign Language, and then the ESL programs, and I just wanted to say that it's obvious that it demonstrates the commitment of the library to accessibility for all of our residents, and I think that's fantastic.
Thank you.
point.
We are purposefully trying. We feel like that we're diverse and accessible, but when you really look at it, not really. So we're really trying, and I just think it makes everyone feel better about coming to the library. So thank you, Leslie, for saying that.
That's great.
Even the finale party is accessible, so not everyone can skate, but everyone can play in foam. So there is no fear of anyone missing out.
Absolutely.
So-
Even people in wheelchairs.
Yes.
And that's wonderful. We want to make it where everyone can have a good time.
So very well done,
Fantastic.
as always.
Thank you.
I've actually seen a foam party before, and my sister lives in Atlanta, and
Okay.
so they have stuff like that all the time, and it is something to behold. That is thinking out of the side of the box. So when you said it, my eye said, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Wonderful. And I want to throw in there, the first time that I even knew anything about a foam party, two of my grandchildren went to St. Rose Catholic School, and they had field day, and Carrie said, "Mom, you need to come out and watch the foam." Okay. So I come out, and they are having the best time. My son-in-law always says, "I want to help chaperone this particular group." And then you see nuns playing in the foam, and they are having the best time
It's
ever.
a blast.
So I thought, ooh, one day we need to do that. It's great.
Yeah, I'd also like to say that I really appreciate the diversity and the audience you're reaching out in terms of age group. Because now that I'm getting a little older, I'm realizing the fact that I'm out of the 18 bracket, but it's nice to know that's still stuff for us to do.
Oh,
So
yes.
I appreciate that.
Good. Good. There are a lot of things, and even during the family events, even if you're single and you want to come and you're above 18, this is what this is all about. The animals show, if you have never seen Bob Tarter with the animals, it's amazing, and he brings out the big snake, and everyone scatters, but it's great. But thank you, Renee.
All right. If there's nothing else, we will go ahead and call this meeting adjourned.
Thank you all very much.